Hi everyone, Dimitri here from Masculine Integrity Warriors. It will always be me anyway, so don't worry. I don't know if I have to introduce myself every video. But today I want to cover the mythology of pornography. So what does this mean? Pornography is fascinating in one regard. People created the internet in 2000 or so, 1995, and with a network that connects everybody on the planet instantaneously, what people have decided to do is to create an anonymous network of porn and just send sexual stuff to each other. This is pretty interesting. That says a lot about our civilization. And now to me, the internet and internet porn in particular represents the Pandora box. If you go back to the story of Pandora, I have to reread a little bit of the story, but in the end, the story is that Pandora, there was a box she wasn't meant to open. It was forbidden, it was taboo to open the box, but she opened the box anyway. Too bad. And all the evils of humanity and beyond got out of the box, and so before she decided to slammed the box down, but the only thing that stayed in the box was hope. And this is such a powerful and good metaphor for what internet pornography is. It is the source of all evil, if you want to say, but it's not so much evil in a good or bad way, but all the repressed things that people can't talk about because it's too taboo is in internet pornography. And that's the beauty of it. That's the wealth of it. That you see the mental content that people have in their mind but can't speak out in public because of the taboo. So that's powerful in itself. And the crazy thing about pornography and the mechanism that people don't understand is that we think that the taboo relies in the representations. We think that the taboos relies on the images and the stimulations and, the nudity, the rawness, the violence. And there is an element of that, but this is only the superficial layer of what gets people hooked to pornography. What really gets people hooked to pornography is the mythology behind it. It is how the play on archetypes is represented, and how these representations of archetypes reflect the archetypes we have in our mind and represent the wound we have in ourselves and the mythology we have in our personal story. This is why people who have a toxic behavior with pornography watch the same content over and over again. This is where the mythology is, and when I talk about mythology, I'm making a parallel between the gods as a concept of archetypes, disregarding the belief around gods, but just if you consider gods are archetypes and incarnation, avatars for concepts, and what you see in pornography, where the characters are also an embodiment of these representations of these archetypes. This is the true mechanism of addiction in pornography, because it triggers something in our own personal story. It echoes a personal memory, a personal trauma, a personal story that we have in our mind. So I just wanted to share that. And yeah, it's just a powerful truth that I've come to realize, and it's helped me a lot back in the days of porn addiction to understand that. There is a third video following this series here, and I cannot remember what it is about, but it will be a great video, and I thank you for having watched this one, and I will see you next time for our next great video on the topic of pornography, as always. Thank you guys. Cheers.